Good day everyone! Today our goal is to create a database using the MySQL command line, creating a table, crystal report, reader and scalar in Visual Studio. For creating database, we will be opening the MySQL command line.
What if it's not reciprocated?
So let's maximize the screen so everyone can see what I am typing. Here we will enter our password to access the MySQL. Now that we have the access, we will now create the database named sales. After that, we need to get inside the database to create the tables along with the fields and its data types.
I told her thinking I'm wrong. Love will happen when it wants. I know it hurts sometimes, but don't let it go. 'Cause I want you.
Now that we have the table customer, we can now insert data in it. We just need to input the fields so that it will detect on which field will be the data located. Here we have the cost ID, cost name, cost address, and cost contact.
Would you run away from me? I told her, baby, we all got bags full of shit that we don't want, but I can't unpack it for you, baby. She said, what if I dive deep? Will you come in after me?
We now completed the inputting of data. We will now show all the data from the customer table to confirm. Next is we will create another table named product. Just like the first table, we need to put the fields and its data types. Then we can now again insert data by putting the fields and its values.
Can you be my lover up until the very end? Let me show you love. I don't pretend. Stick by my side even when the world is giving in. Oh, don't.
After that, we will show what are the data inside the table product. We will now proceed in creating tables in Visual Studio. First, open the Visual Studio application. On the right side, choose the option to create a new project. Since we are using Visual Basic, I will just leave it like that. We will be naming our project dataset _sales. The location of the project will be in the folder I created, and now we can click the Create button. Here, we have to connect our database. We just have to choose the MySQL database for the data source, our server name, which is localhost, our username, our password, and the database name. Then we check the connection, okay. Then once we're done, on the left side of the screen, we can now see that it is now connected along with the tables. After that, click Data Source to complete the connection to the database. Since the database is already selected, we click Next, 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 Then check the box beside the table since that is what we need. Then finish. Now that the connection is completed, we see here the tables. Just drag the customer table inside our form. Let's just arrange it and see if it works. Okay, then it works.
No, I'm not perfect, but I hope you see my worth. 'Cause it's only you, nobody knew
Next is we create another form by clicking the project and add form. Now, next we create another form for the department table. Then it's your choice if you want to rename it. But for me, I will just keep it like that. Then in the data source, again, just drag the product.
You're mine, and I want you to know it every
And let's arrange the table. Okay, then before we start, we need to go to the properties first to change the startup form so that if we will start the program, we will see the product table first. So it is named Form 2. Click Start and there it works. Next, we need to create another form for the menu. Just click Project, Add Form, and I'll just rename it Menu. Then add. Here in the toolbox, I'll choose the menu strip. And then I'll just drag it in the form. So here I will type file. Inside the file, open. Then the tables. Then reports. We will use that report later on. So first let's focus on the tables. So inside the tables, we have the customer and product. Okay, then, now that it's done, we will now connect the form. So I will connect it since our customer is named as Form 1. Next is for our product. It is named Form 2. Okay, then again, I will change the startup form from menu. Then let's check if it works. So this is for the customer table. And then the product table. And then it works. Now that we are sure that the form works, we can now arrange and put the label of each table so that we can identify which is which. So for this one, this is the customer table. So in the toolbox, I'll just drag the label, and here I'll just rename the text customer table. Then I'll just fix the font size. Let's make it bold. Just arrange it. Next is in our product table. I'll just fix it. Then let's delete this. Again, I'll just drag the label from the toolbox. Then rename it as product table.
You try to write the right song for you, 'cause sing it over and over. I'm not that clever, still try to write the right song for you.
Now that's how we make a table in Visual Studio. Next is we will now proceed in creating crystal report in Visual Studio. First, we have to check if the ODBC is connected. In that, we will open our control panel, choose System and Security, Administrative Tools, then look for ODBC Data Source 32-bit. Under this window, click System DSN, and then Add. Here we look for Unicode driver, then click Finish. Again, a window will appear. So our data source name will be sales. We type here localhost, user, and our password. Okay. Now let's go back to the Visual Studio now that we are sure that our ODBC is connected. First, we have to create a crystal report for the table customer. So in project, add form. Let's choose the crystal report. Let's rename it as CR customer. Then add. And okay, click the plus sign beside new connections, create new connections, and again click the plus sign beside ODBC RDO. Then we click the data source we just made, sales, and then next. Our data source is now here, database, sales. Here is the customer and product. So for now, we will create a crystal report for customer. So let's click customer, and next. Then since we need all of this, click all. And then next. So here we have our choices in design, but for me, I'll just make it simple. Again, we will now create another form where the crystal report of the customer will be appeared. We can see the crystal report viewer. Just drag it to the form, and on the right side of the screen, click choose a crystal report. So we can see here the crystal report for the customer we just made. Then we choose that and OK. So again, we will do the same with the product. A form first for the product. Let's rename it as C-Prod. And another form for the crystal report of the product. Let's choose crystal report and named it as CR product. And then add. Click OK. Then we choose the product in here. Next, select all. Then next, and finish. In the toolbox, we can drag the crystal report viewer. And in the right side, choose crystal report. Then we choose the crystal report we just made for the product. And here. So before checking, we need to go to the menu. So in the menu form, if you remembered, we made an input for the report. So inside the report, we have the customer and product. Again, we will connect the form since our crystal report for customer is named Arcast, we will code here arcast.show. Next is our crystal report for product. We will put here rprod.show. Then in the properties, we will again change the startup form. So here let us check if the forms are working. So file, open, for the tables, customer. And products. Let's check the reports. Customer. Okay, it works. Product. So here, our tables and reports are working. So that is how we create a crystal form in Visual Studio. Next is how to create a scalar and reader in Visual Studio. So first, let us create a form. So let's rename it as SR cost. So let's make a button. Okay, let's change the text to count. Then name it as BTN count. Let's change the font. So we look for list box. So if we click the button count, the data will be displayed inside the list box. So here, let's name the list box as list scalar. Then let's label it. This will be the customer table. Then again, let's change the font. Let's make it bold and a bigger size. Then we create another button for view.
What you do to me when I see that crinkle
So let's
on your
change
nose,
the
I
font.
wonder if you fluently
Then
just
change the text
like you do so effortlessly. I want you right
and the
next to
name
me.
to
I
be
want you
BTN
to
view.
Be my green tea in the morning. Be
So again, let's
my
look for list
sugar
box.
honey. You're just so
Then
great.
let
I
us name
wonder,
it
girl, I
as list
wonder
reader.
why you love me. It's so lovely.
Okay.
Can't complain. One day
So let's
I'll
now
give
proceed
you my
with the
name
codes.
if you're
So
down.
let's proceed to the count button.
Be my
So
green tea
first,
in the morning.
here
Be
we will
my
import
sugar honey.
a
You're just so great. I
import
wonder, girl, I
system
wonder why you love me. It's so lovely.
dot
Can't complain.
data dot
One day I'll
odbc.
give you my name if you're down.
We will going to have a connection and command. So dim cnn as odbc.odbc connection, dim cmd as odbc.odbc command. So let's put list scalar that items that clear, so that if we will rerun it, it will erase the data. cnn dot connection string bsn. Now let's open our connection.
I said, now here we go again. Another verse about how you got me feeling it. I'm feeling very many different types of ways. I just gotta say, I
So
just
I'm
wanna see
going
you
to
every second of
put
every
my
day. If that's okay, then
SQL
let me know.
query here.
Yes, I got a flow that can make us go and float. 30,000, we won't ever hit below. You a queen and the world is yours to hold. Yeah. Baby, I got you. And baby, you got me.
Tell me how you feeling, just keep it real and promise we'll find peace. Your smile, it got me lost like your eyes. Baby, I just want you to go.
So let's close CNN, the close. So let's try to start it. And again, let's go to project. And then let's choose to start a form as our task. Okay, then start. Click count. There, it works. So we have 3 data for the customer. So let's proceed to the code for the view button. So let's create a connection. Dim CNN as new odbc.odbc connection. Dim cmd as new odbc.odbc command. And then I will declare one variable for my reader.
Makes me impatient. I can't tell what you're thinking. Please tell me what you're thinking. Last night we were more than fine. Just tell me if you changed your mind. If you changed your mind. Cause I'm all in. I'm calling, no answer. But you text me when you feel like, when it feels right to you. But I'm all in, I'm falling faster. But if you're looking at me with the heart.
So here, while it reads, it displays in our list reader. So since we have 4 fields, the index 0 will be the cost ID. Index 1 is our cost name. Index 2 is our cost address. And last is our cost contact. So it depends with the fields in your database.
You know you got me in the palm of your hand.
Then let's check if it works. So as we can see, it works. So in here, I'll just put a comma just to make it readable. So I'll just check it again. So as you can see here, it has a comma and it's more readable. So next, we are going to create another form for the product. The project, click add form. Here I will just rename it as SR prod. Then add. Here we go. So in the toolbox, I'll just rename it first, and then I labeled it as product table. Then I'll just make it bold. So here in the product table, I will show you 1 button and 2 list box. So for the 2 list box I created, the first one is for execute Scalar, and the second one is execute reader. And then for the code, I will import system.data.odbc. Then I'll create a connection.
Driving down the interstate, I've never felt so far away.
Then just like the
It hardly hurts at all.
customer table for the code for the code for the customer, I'll just repeat it here in the product. So again, this is for the execute Scalar.
To be selfless when all I can help is to open up. I'll be better than I was before, despite every text of yours ignored. Will you call me still just to hear my voice? I swear, always I'll care. I'll care. Flipping through our photographs, those moments never seem to last. Listening to self-control, those feelings that you'll never know. Leave me, it's never easy. I've had a lifetime to be alone. If you let me when it gets heavy.
So for this one, we have 5 fields. So for the index 0, we have the prod ID, index 1 for the prod name, index 2 for description, and index 3 is for selling price, and index 4 for the man code. So back to our menu form, we will create another for the reader and Scalar. So inside, we have our customer and product. Now I can connect my forms. So since the name of our customer is SR cost, we will code here SR cost that show. Next is for our product, we have SR prod. So let's try if it works. Here is the customer table and our product table. Then let's try if all of our forms are working. Now, tables.
What if I tell you all the things I've done?
Reports.
From me, I told her, baby, we all got bags full of shit that we don't want.
Reader and Scalar are working.
But I can't unpack it for you,
So
baby.
that is how we create a database in MySQL command line. Tables, crystal report, Scalar and reader in Visual Studio. Thank you for watching.